In this video, let's take a look at some authoring techniques we can use while working with project slides and layers. For example, right now we're looking at slide 2, and this particular slide has different layers, including a cursor path, a balloon object, and the background frame. Now there may be times when you want to hide a layer so you can actually focus on other slide elements. For example, let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit so that we see a little bit more of our background frame here. Now if we want to hide this at any point, we just click on the eye along the background frame layer, and then it will hide the layer for us. Now if we were to publish out at this point, this slide's background frame would not display. If we do want it to display again, we simply click on the eye again to show it. Now a more common example of when you might use this technique to hide a layer is while you're editing another element on the slide. So for example, if you look here, we have a message object, in this case a balloon object. Here's the balloon layer. But you notice that our cursor path crosses over it. This makes this a little awkward to edit. So what we can do is this. We can go ahead and select the cursor path layer, and then we can go ahead and click the eye to temporarily hide that layer. This will give us the ability to focus on the message or the balloon object while we're editing. So let's go ahead and zoom in, and then let's just do our edits here. We'll go ahead and change some of the text. We'll say, please click the menu, and we can go ahead and click off of it. And now that we're done, we can go ahead back to the cursor path layer, and then we can go ahead and click the eye, and that way it will display again. Now there also may be times when you possibly may want to prevent a layer from being edited at any point. So let's say, for example, we're going to go ahead and play with the cursor path layer. But again, the balloon is showing underneath it. Now of course we could hide it like we did before, or we can go ahead and actually click the padlock to lock the balloon layer. Now if I try to select the layers, you notice here I'm clicking. I can also try to select it here. It prevents me from selecting the locked layer so that I don't accidentally edit it. And then I can go ahead and play with different aspects of other slide elements, such as the cursor layer, and then make my tweaks here. Let's go ahead and unlock the balloon layer here so that we can go ahead and move it over. And then we can lock it again, and if we have to do anything else, maybe change the cursor here to a different pointer. Click off of it, and then when we're done, if we want to go ahead and edit that element again, we can of course again unlock it. So those are a couple of techniques you can use while working with layers and while you're editing your slide, is the ability to go ahead and hide any of the layers as needed so that you can edit other aspects of your projects. We'll go ahead and unhide these. Or to prevent a layer from being accidentally edited, you can go ahead and lock the layers as well. And we're going to go ahead and unlock these. So those are just a few authoring tips that should help you improve your authoring skills. Practice them and use them and see what works well for you. That's it for this topic. If you have any questions while working with Qarbon's products and services, please visit us online at www.qarbon.com. Happy viewleting!